I think we're live. Hi, Yodi, William E., Mystic, Tot Junkie, Danny D. Who else is in here?
I think Give me a second. Let me link that over in Charlie's.
Okay. Mystic, hello. Hey, what do you know? It says we're live. Oh, but Tom Kingery, share your referral link. Oh, okay. I don't know how you do that. But anyways.
Yeah, that's a new thing I caught. They just put that up there. That's if you pay for StreamYard and somebody buys StreamYard through your link, it's like you get a kickback and they get a discount or something like that.
Hi, Angie. Hi, Marty. Yeah, I just read part of that. It's kind of explained. Hi, Ellen. Well, Angie, Charlie couldn't make it tonight, and Rob's going to be running late, so they asked if I could do it on my channel tonight. Hi, Mandy. Hi, Leo. And I said I would. So, Mike the Greek, hello.
Mike, hey, it's good to see you this early. Never see you this early. Usually doing dishes. Hello, Angie, yeah. Mystic, Marty, Phil, Leo, Owen Borden.
So,
I can't pin it over at Charlie's.
David Alfonsetti art, hello. Well, I finally caught your last video when you went out and did some exploring.
That was like a month and a half or 2 months ago.
I'm way behind on everybody's videos.
I'll never catch them all. Mike. Yeah, I that was actually a pretty neat one, Bill.
It was. I enjoyed it.
That was a day well worth it. I have a horrible time when I'm in those places. It's just like squirrel, and if I don't,
yeah,
as can be evidenced in the video, I move pretty quick, and that's just how fast I process things. And then I watch when I see myself on video, or when I see the video I'm making, I'm like, wow.
Yeah, James, Charlie's okay. He's just not here tonight. That's all.
All right, Mandy.
Beard, hello. Oh no, I'm the same way. We'll go explore something, and if there's a lot of stuff there, it's just like, hello, Rob's in the car listening. But you know, you see a lot of stuff at a mine or an old town, and you can go nuts looking through everything. So
yeah, and then the very end of that was a 100-year-old, 100-foot tall head frame.
Yeah,
that's out in the preserve now, so nothing can be done about it. I'd known about that one for quite a while. I just couldn't justify the trip for the single item, or I wasn't to the point of wanting to do that. Then I got a line on. I'd heard tale about the other mine, and I finally spotted it. So I went out to check that. And, oh man, that place is just a cornucopia of places to explore everywhere we look. There's more trips planned out there for sure.
Oh yeah.
Charlie must have found a full parking lot or a herd of deer. That's funny. So yeah, that place is going to be fun to go back to.
Yeah, because finding places like that is getting harder and harder. I mean,
they're all over.
Big word, cornucopia.
For me, anyway, they're
oh, Nick.
A lot. It's kind of like a 50-50 when I hear tale of a place or when I get to a place. It's either one singular one that's worth it or a cluster of them that it's like, wow, we got to go back 100 times. So
yeah.
when I find a particular area that I need to explore, I have to exhaust like every single road before I can scratch it off of the list. Yeah, no Charlie tonight.
Hi, Mrs. Can-Do.
Hello, Mrs. Can-Do. Everybody's finding us good. That's nice to hear.
No, I love it when they find one that is so well hidden. Even like there was one I was watching in England. Guy died in a house fire in 1985, and I guess it was last year and a half ago. They came across the place and nothing had been touched since 1985. It was all still there. And it was just amazing the stuff they found in this house and in the garage, and you know.
I like those places.
Oh, I love them.
I didn't show them. There's a channel that does a lot better video on them than mine. But on the way back, we went to two abandoned gas stations. One was an abandoned gas station. It's on your Southern California, Halloran Summit and Halloran Springs. I know the owners of the Halloran Summit when I can do anything I want there. The Halloran Springs, I may or may not know them. It's a grayer area, but just an old abandoned gas station, service station at Halloran Summit. A channel called Sidetrack Adventures, who does really good videos, really short 15-minute videos, lots of research. He makes really good videos. He did them on there, and he was saying that back in the 70s, 60s or 70s, a couple on their way to Las Vegas were going to get married, and they decided to rob this gas station attendant in this ultra remote gas station, and they murdered him. So somehow or another, they caught this couple in Las Vegas after they got married for the murder that they committed in the middle of the desert.
Wow.
In a time with no cell phones, no. I mean, 60s and 70s. Did they even have cameras at convenience stores?
No. Hi, Scott. No.
Yeah.
That didn't come until mid or late 70s.
Yeah. So somehow they caught this couple after they got married in Las Vegas. So they killed them on their way to get married, got married, and went to jail.
Wow.
That was neat. And then we went through the gas station. My younger girl that was with me, she really liked the Abandoned Place Explorer. So we'll start taking her out for some of those.
Oh, cool. One I remember, I wish I could remember the name of the town. It was up in Idaho in the Panhandle. I have a bunch of relatives up there in Bonners Ferry and Coeur d'Alene and Sandpoint. Well, this was above that, almost the Canadian border. It's this town on one of the rivers. I can't remember what it used to be, but the whole place was abandoned like in the mid-60s. So we were up there probably mid-70s. It had been abandoned for 10 years. I mean, there's a fairly new school, courthouse, everything's up there. And 10 years later, somebody moved in and the town's alive again. And that's really rare for ghost towns. I mean,
Yes.
Usually once the people leave them, that's it. It's done. But this is a town again, but I just can't remember the name of it. But I remember, because I had been up there in years, and I asked one of my uncles, I go, that town that was abandoned, he goes, oh, no, it's a town again. Somebody bought it, started selling the houses. They got school. They're, like, wow, really? Hi, Joe. And what I love is when you go out and you find a place, and I found a few in California. You can metal detect in the National Forest. Parks, no. But National Forest, hi, Bud Files, you can. And it's amazing. I found 3 different campsites you can metal detect, and those campsites were where towns had been 100, 110 years before. Maybe only 100, 150 people. There was whole towns there at one time, and you can't tell it because everything of the building was gone. But once we started metal detecting, we were pulling up pocket watches, this, that. You could tell people lived there.
Yeah, that channel I spoke about, Sidetrack Adventures, he does a lot of the research and does the explores on those areas, and he does a great video on them. But he's telling me about places that I didn't know, or about sizes of places, things like that. I didn't realize this was by me. I didn't even really know it existed. But there's this driveway called the fastest driveway in the world, or that's the video of it, or that's how you can look it up online. I forget the lady's name, but she lives out in Newberry Springs, California. When the 40 freeway came through in the 60s, they cut her driveway in half that went to the Route 66. So, and she was a crusty old bat, very persistent. So she wrote everybody up to and including the president about this interstate coming through and cutting her driveway off. So ultimately the recourse was they talked about making an extra exit just for her anyway. But the recourse was they made her a 2-mile driveway to the next exit. This is all her driveway. They made her a 2-mile paved driveway to the next exit. Motor Trend found this driveway. So a lot of your 70s and 80s Motor Trend top speed runs were made on this lady's driveway, and she hated them. They would pull up with their cars and their film crews, and she would come out with her shotgun. just letting off at them. And so they would just show up and turn the car around real quick. And, they got a 1980 Corvette doing 130, 140, whatever its top speed was. That's where they did their speed run at, because it was a long, straight, flat, paved driveway
Right.
with no crossings, so they could get away with it. I didn't know about that, but that was neat. Her house is basically gone, but her former pond was still there and all that. But a lot of places like that. I didn't realize that Daggett, California, which is really just this rundown, methed out town, back in the turn of the century, 1900s, that was a big city. It was considered a bigger city. There was a lot of activity there. Ultimately, my city took over, but everything was based on how far a locomotive could go without coal and water, primarily water. So every 2 hours travel or whatever, it needed water. So that's where a city is, across the nation on these train routes. And I live on a big train route. Yeah. I'm learning lots of neat places out there. And Mrs. Orcutt. There's a lot of places that were a lot bigger than I thought.
Incognito.
Pretty neat places. Minix, hello.
Minix. Well, it's like back in my hometown. There's it was a Kmart shopping center. Kmart's gone now, but the big shopping center was put in. At the edge of our town was a town called Taylorville. I mean, we were an old mining town with some shacks. Taylorville was all shacks. I remember as a kid going over to a friend's house that lived there, after school, go to their house. They still had dirt floors in some of the places. That's how old these buildings were. Newspapers for insulation, that kind of stuff. Well, the city wanted to get rid of that, so they just bought everybody out when they just went to do the shopping center. They just pulled eminent domain and said it's for the better of the town, which, it really was, because these places were in pretty bad shape. So, but, that was 45, 50 years ago. So when you tell people about, there used to be a town right here called Taylorville, they'd look at you and go, I never saw it on the maps. It's because they didn't want you to know about it. They just took it off of there.
Yeah, I'm in my town. They're burning down now. There used to be this motel called the El Rancho. The entire time I've been alive, this is the fleabaggiest of fleabag places. Don't go there. But back in the 40s, 50s, 60s, things like that, it was a more modern type thing. I didn't realize that in the worst motel in my town, they have pictures of Billy Dean or Johnny Dean or whatever, famous movie stars stopping in my little rat hole town because we were the last decent town. That one, finally, the last piece of that burnt down. Nobody was disappointed. Finally, it was a huge place, and it burnt down in sections. No locals were disappointed in the fire. Now the next fleabaggiest motel in my town, which is probably a 200-300 room motel, nobody would feel bad if it burned down either. It is the worst. But I didn't realize, and I'm into that sort of thing, I didn't realize how much history my town had until I got old enough to slow down and appreciate history.
Yeah. Oh, that's amazing. And if you go back through the history of most towns that have been around over 100 years, you'd be surprised how much they changed in that 100 years.
Well, you look back at pictures of my little rat hole town, this real, nobody wants to stop here unless they need some gas or some fuel or food or something. Mm-hmm. But you look back at a picture from the 1950s, it was a quintessential quaint little small town. They got pictures of Model Ts on dirt streets going down the roads in my town because we're a big railroad town. We have a huge hump yard in town. I live in Barstow, and I learned about our name, how railroad towns got their names, because that's what we were. This was interesting to me. A lot of railroad towns got their names by the paymaster for that area for the railroad. Mm-hmm. So the guy who wrote the checks for the railroad in my area, his name was William Barstow Strong. So the workers, the engineers, things like that, the workers, they didn't really have concept of where these places were. They knew it by who was going to be signing the paychecks. Where are we going? We're going to Barstow.
Yeah.
Because Barstow was going to sign the paychecks. That's how our town got its name. I thought that was cool too.
No, I love old small towns and the histories you find in them. I mean, some of the stuff you find is just amazing.
Yeah. Scott, it is what it is. We're a little rat hole town. We always have been, or at least I thought we always have been. We used to be important. We got a lot of good jobs.
Well, it's like Reed's Art of Adventure. He lives in a train town.
Oh, I watch all kinds of these small guys. I used to really like watching the hobos. I got turned off on them, but watching the hobo train riders,
Yeah.
going through some of this stuff, those were neat. The one I really liked watching, his style changed, so I stopped watching him. And the other one that I might have watched, he drank a bit too much, and he was a grumpy little sucker. So ultimately, he got killed by a train. Hobo Shoestring style changed, so I stopped watching him. Hobo Stove was the drunk grumpy sucker, but he got caught and killed by a train. Hey, Bill. Hold on. We got 41 watching. Let's run an early bird thing, but I'm going to do this a little bit different. All right. We're gonna do a pick a number. I got the number in private chat. Tell me you see it. Obviously, me and Bill are excluded from this one.
Yep, I see it.
Okay. We're gonna do pick a number 1 through 100. This is gonna make the chat go absolutely wild. I will watch that. Hold on, wait.
Stop. Go yet, Owen.
Wait, I will type go and I will type stop. You can pick as many times as you want until God, you little rat bastards. pick as many times as you want, and when we see the number, we'll stop it. It goes by the first one that we see. So it doesn't matter what you see on your chat. It's the first one we see on our chat. I will watch it and we will recount it. Go 1 through 100.
No, the only ones that count are after the word go.
Nobody picked it anyway. Whoa. Yeah, that got nuts. Stop.
Yep.
Stop. I see it.
Yep. And it is Dirt Devil. He was first with the 43. Where'd it go?
Is that Dirt Devil? Let me recheck.
Thought it was. Pretty sure it was Dirt Devil.
Yeah, I'm just going to verify. I can't even find go.
No, I can't find it. Where'd it go?
I saw it go by.
So did I. Could have swore it was Dirt.
Dirt Devil got it. 43.
Yep. Just before Angie.
All right, Dirt Devil. Yeah, that makes chats go nuts. Dirt Devil, email me. It's 1 ounce copper round.
Nice. Thank you, Jackson.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, that does it every time. It's just fun to watch that chat go nuts. You can, Angie. You are an absolute pro. I know you did, Minix. You remember that movie with Richard Pryor where he had to spend $1 million in 30 days to get 100 million or something like that?
Brewster's Millions.
Brewster's Millions. Angie reminds me of him in that movie where he can't even spend $1 million. I typed it out.
Yes, Tommy did say go. He chatted it. He put it in the chat. That's
I said go in. I said go in. I typed it and it took off. That was fun, everybody. We're just playing something a little different.
But
Hang on a second.
Nowadays, that mailing challenge would be easier. Yeah. Hello, Rick. Anyways, we'll be doing a couple more here. I don't know whether we'll wait for Rob or do the number picker or whatever. But I do have a sticker pack along with, I'm going to throw in a scout slide. Be giving some more of those away as soon as I can find a bag of them that I have. Yes, Tom, it was after he said no. So has anybody gotten out to go metal detecting recently? Just wondering because I haven't been able to get out. Hoping somebody can. 47 in the house. Thank you. Thank you. I know you have. You even find us pretty good stuff too. Hi, She Devil Adventures. Hello, Colonel Collecting and Detecting.
Sorry about that.
Oh, no
Hello,
problem.
Colonel. A little bit AU diver. Actually, I'm not feeling bad. Yeah, Minix, the millionaire challenge would be nothing.
Well, I hope you get out tomorrow, Colleen, and good luck.
You should have, Minix. Should get back out and detecting. Hello, Dina.
Hi, Dina.
Guy steps out his back door and finds a complete Matchbox car or whatever he found.
That's a good start, Scott. Hey, clad is rad. Oh, thank you, Phil Leo. Hey. Thank you very much. That helps with shipping.
Nice, Phil.
Because I'm going to give it away later on. My last one, I have a Vivitar action cam I'm throwing in the bag for a gift tonight. For some lucky person in chat.
Nice, Bill. You don't have to do that.
No, I don't have to, but well, that's my last one of those. I got a great deal on them, so I won't be giving any more pinpointers away for a while. They tripled the price on me on them. So
a lot of times, one of those things they put them out cheap to let a couple people buy them and probably do reviews just like people did, and then when they see the traction take off for numbers, they'll throw that price up there.
Yeah, I know. Thing is, I don't mind if they went back to normal price, but they went $20 above their normal price. I'm not paying that for those. They're good, but they're not. No, I haven't done that, J. Paul. Richie Madison Maine did it for me. What we're thinking about, though, I mean, the action figures look cool, but trading cards, metal detecting trading cards, could do it with magnet fishing, prospectors, whatever, you know. Yeah, now the Terror 4. What gets me is the pinpointers I was buying aren't even made in China; they're made in India. So I don't know why that price jumped up so high, but. Yep, I understand Amazon said they're not buying anything from China anymore. So
Amazon doesn't buy anything anyway. All Amazon is a distributor.
Yeah, but I mean they won't get stuff through them anymore. Which, you know, I know everybody says bring back production to America. There's one really big problem with that, people. I worked in production most of my life. The average age of a production worker in this country is 50 years old plus because the young people don't want to go on a production floor and do dirty jobs. They just don't.
Well, and then you couple in our lifestyle that we are accustomed to and we like so much. By the time you build a factory, pay somebody what they need to live, and the training and all that, and build your product, it doesn't matter if you triple the price of the stuff made somewhere else. It's still cheaper to buy it from over there.
Yeah.
So ultimately, a tariff doesn't punish a company. A tariff is a tax. So for anybody to tell you it's anything else, it's a tax on the people, because the company doesn't pay that. I pay that. You pay that.
Yeah, Daredevil, he's right. Almost all kinds been hit with tariff. And years ago, Australia, Canada, and UK all got hit with a VAT tax.
Yeah, I remember
Now,
that.
I don't know if you guys know how a VAT tax works, but if I sell something to you, there's a tax on it. Now, you sell it again, that tax is added in again. Every person it gets sold through, that tax gets compiles. So something that started out at $100 here can be $800 by the time it gets to the customer, depending on how many people it gets sold through.
Yes.
So, hi Georgianne, hi Snap and Scavenge, hi Fairy Dust. But yeah, I was watching a show and I know these guys got nailed. They're moving a piano for a woman. She goes, "How much?" They go, $700. She goes, "Without a receipt." They go, $300. So it cut more than half of it off without a receipt, because without a receipt, there's no way of proving, except they did this on a TV show. So
I was going to say, nobody is stupid enough to do that on a TV show. If they are that stupid, they deserve what they get. Yeah, that's made for TV. Hello, Finding America.
Hi, Finding America. I know some people that might be that stupid.
Yeah, I as soon as I said it, I knew I was wrong. I'm like, yeah, people.
Especially, I know one is true. Remember, they used to have those prepper shows, and they had this one pair of brothers, and these guys got nailed for it, because you can legally own. It's in the state, and you've got a Class 4 FFL license. You can own a machine gun. Well, they're in one of those states. The only problem is they had a box of the old pineapple grenades from World War II sitting there. Those you cannot legally own in any state. And they were answering, it was one of those live ones, they're asking comments. Yeah, these are real. Didn't see those guys again.
Right, just like in the Moonshiners TV show.
Mm-hmm.
The only episode, or the only season of that was authentic as possible was the first one. And then after that, it was all scripted TV drama. But they were talking with some of the Georgia cops down there. They're like, that was like directions on how to do it. They said, after that TV show come out, you're driving by people's front yards and they're distilling liquor in the front yard. and humans are a real interesting species.
A
lot of the diesel shows got tagged for filming themselves doing federal emissions deletes, which you can't do. The one of them, I think it was Diesel Brothers or something like that, they got hit with some massive fine.
Yeah. Let's see how many people we got in the house. We got 52 in here right now.
It's possible.
I believe it, Mystic. When I used to do storage back in my hometown, the first thing they told you, if you found a gun, you had to turn it into the office because they were not licensed to sell guns. So, California law, at least in my county, you could not take that with you. You had to turn it in. That's if they saw you.
Yeah. Don't bother, Mike. Just do what's best for you and let the rest of the ants fight over the crumbs.
Mike the Greek, everybody's been trying to figure out humans since day one. Never going to happen.
I got them all figured out. I didn't tell you guys. I know the key to understanding humans.
Okay.
Think of yourself as the smartest one ever. The rest are idiots. Very few
Oh,
exceptions to the rule. Snap
yeah,
and step.
Charlie's okay, Greg. There's nothing wrong with Charlie. He's just not here tonight.
Yeah, he's just got other things to do.
Yeah. You know, life is just keeping him away from YouTube tonight.
Life is
Life
far more important than
life comes
YouTube.
before YouTube.
Dirt Devil, I got your email. I'll get that sent out to you. Get that shipped out later tonight or tomorrow.
Mark, my brother.
There's things I know, and there's things I don't, and there's things I have no clue of.
Mark, this was kind of like a last minute thing. You want to come up, Mark? I got no problem with that.
Yeah, call in, Mark. Hopefully you finally get tomorrow off. Doubt it, but maybe you will.
Todd Perry, yeah, I ever heard he bought a new crowbar and a ski mask today.
Yeah. Oh man, I had 2 jokes lined up for tonight too. I don't know if I'll remember them next week either.
Oh, you will.
I don't know. I come up with new ones all the time and I forget them. My best works have been forgotten in the passing of a day. I think Scott put. Yeah, lately Saturdays have been a busier day for me, so I didn't go out and get any activities done, and I didn't want it wasting my entire day. Kind of nice, but
Well, it's good just to waste a day once in a while. I don't remember anybody ever, 20 years later going, man, I wish I'd have worked on that day.
it's just bad for me. If I knew, I never know. If I knew I was going to waste a day, I would have been on some kind of adventure, explore, or fun of some type or another. I should have anyway, but.
Mike the Greek, we don't know. He's driving back from a show he took the niece to, so.
I don't think Rob's taken any Spanish lessons from Mike. There you go, Yodi. Yodi's got us figured out.
Oh, thank you, Colonel. Wow.
Nice, Colonel. First one, too.
That's the second one, but thank you.
No, I think that's Colonel's first super chat.
Yeah. The other one didn't show, and I don't know why.
It showed for a while.
Oh, yeah, there it is. Okay.
It's all time.
I did one for Grandma Kelly last night. It didn't show, and it was already up there, but it didn't count or show up. I don't know why. Of course, it was one of those little animated, like green things on there, so maybe that one doesn't show. I don't know.
Minix says he's going to be wasting some time out hiking soon. You're not wasting time. You're going morel hunting. We know what you country boys are doing. Then you're going to show us a bunch of pictures and eat them all by yourself. You got you figured out.
Of course, the fact he's got a mushroom right there in the picture, which kind of gives it away. So.
That's a skull. That's a skull. Oh, does it? He's got it in the typing, doesn't he? He does.
Yeah.
Nice, Finding America.
Oh, Georgiana's going mushroom hunting tomorrow. Nice. I'd love to, but I just can't do that right now. Because I know there's some down at the rec area. There's morels down there.
Any mushroom I could find around me, I can 100% assure you would kill me. If it can survive out here, it is not a nice thing to play with.
Damn, excuse me.
Yeah, morale videos will be fun to watch, or at least the finds will.
I've only had morels once, and they are tasty.
Never tried one.
Oh, they're good. I can't remember the place. stopped by a burger joint one time, and they had, it wasn't a morel, but I can't remember kind, but they had a mushroom burger, and that's what it was. It was a mushroom fried on a bun, and they were good.
I've heard about them.
Let's see.
I'd like to see someone take some of those morels and deep fry them, but it really wouldn't matter because it's not like I could taste it. The big thing to remember for you folks that are hunting the morels or any food item in your area, don't take them all. If you take five, leave. If you take five, leave one. That way they will respawn for you for next year. If you go clear cut the area, your chances of them respawning are less every year. People talk about having less mushrooms or being able to find less all the time. It's because you're taking them all. You hunt them to extinction. Not that you could ever extinct them, but a year of them refertilizing certainly wouldn't hurt you.
Excuse me.
Jay Paul says put them in an omelet.
Mm-hmm.
Mike the Greek's using big boy words on me. I don't know what that means. I'll have to search that.
But I used to put mushrooms and cactus in omelets. It's really good.
You used to put mushroom on cactus?
No, cactus. You can buy canned cactus. Chop that up with mushrooms. Put it in omelets. It's really good. Cactus is really good.
You can buy it fresh out here.
Yeah.
Mexican food stores, they got cactus.
Yeah.
Next says the rule is the first one you find to eat it for good luck, which is fine until the first one's full of ants. Let me guess, you figured that out. Yeah, I just read that. Mike, it's the root system of the form of mushrooms. Has anybody tried to farm their own at home, garden style?
Oh. It's not actually mushrooms, called culture kombucha. I used to grow kombucha to make tea.
Did it work, AU Diver? Because, I mean, for all the hunt. Oh, Minix tries too.
Yeah, the prickly pear cactus jelly, that stuff is great. I got a book around here on growing kombucha culture somewhere, but I got into that. If I do oyster mushrooms, got from an actual farm that's by camels, but I failed. Yeah, mushrooms are something that's got to be a certain temp and it's got to be dark, and you got to be real careful when you feed them. If you do it wrong, I learned that from kombucha. Like I said, it's a mushroom. They call it a culture instead of a mushroom, but it's still a mushroom. And if you do it wrong, you just killed the thing, you know? And the weird thing about the kombuchas, it didn't leave seeds. You'd have your old culture making a new one in the same jar, and you have to remember the new one's on top, the old one's on the bottom. Throw away the old one, or use the old one to save the new one to make a new culture. If you got it backwards, they ended up dying on you.
Yeah, my green thumb has not been very successful for me.
I find white morels on my property. I didn't plant them.
Mushrooms are one of those things I'd have to educate myself so heavily on them.
I remember as the really good ones grew wild in Oregon, but then they stopped everybody from picking them.
Probably a good thing. Well, apparently it didn't help, so they could have just left. You know what? Just keep eating them. Couldn't be any worse. Yeah, Minix, that'd be cool.
Let's see, it's 9:30.
It's 9:30. Rob said he's driving and listening.
So what we're gonna do like Zaxxon. How many people are in here? Yeah, 49.
49.
Okay, let's see. Well, for the sticker pack,
50 likes.
for the sticker pack and scout slide, we'll do a I'll do a number pick like you did.
See, sometimes I wonder if that ever helps your channel algorithm when you get because that's an extra 300 comments in the course of seconds.
Yeah. And I just sent you the number there, Zaxxon, so you know what it is.
Hang on.
So people, starting right now, pick a number between 1 and 100. Go.
I got it. One and 100.
Number between 1 and 100.
Stop.
Oh,
Stop.
wow, that went right by me. I didn't see it.
I saw it.
Who got it?
The number was 27.
Mm-hmm.
I saw AU Diver.
I see him having 37.
Nope, 27. Right here.
I missed
He's right under Danny D and right above Angie and Rick. 27. He's probably 30 guesses from the top at max. He got it real early. Might have been his first number.
Ah.
AU Diver, you got that one. Congrats.
Congratulations.
Minix.
Greg, I don't know if I have your address. If not, there is my email address. Just send me your address. I'll get it out to you.
Over on the gold side, we've had a couple of those go absolutely nuts, both time and forever for guessing the number when just nobody got it. I mean, sometimes it would get to the point of where people just stop guessing. You're like, I'm done. I don't know what number it is.
Hi, Gary. How you doing? Bob Mazzulli. Haven't seen you in a minute. How you doing?
Recheck it, Angie. Hang on. All right. We got Gibson 25, Borden 38, Minix 100, Relic Reaper 55, Kerry Holderman 67, Danny D 41, Dirt Devil 66, Tooley 58, Minix 99, J Paul 55, Gibson 32, Relic 20, Dina 75, Dirt Devil 25, Yodi 58, Minix 98, Georgian 34, McClory 99, Workman 79, Relic 36, Danny D 23, or I'm sorry, Dirt Devil 23, Danny D 57, AU Diver 27.
Yep. AU Diver was the first one to say 27. I see it now. Now, I'll tell you people one thing I do know, because I've done these numbers in other people's and mine, and what shows up at ours may not be the same as on your end.
Yeah.
They not be in the same order. We go by the order it comes up on our screen. Sorry, that's
Yeah.
just how we got to do it.
That's
Because
what you
I've
got.
actually had my phone in my hand and done it on the phone and on the computer, and the computer showed I was a space above where I was on the phone, or vice versa, even when you do it. So it's just
Same with,
From
they,
same,
Wondershare.com. If you want to
I wanted to see what she was offering you. Could have been a daily discount or something.
no,
Welcome
they
to flipfetish.com.
it heard the P word and wanted to tell me how to work my phone. So,
Hello, Nick. Yeah, I've done that too. It's just how it shows.
yeah,
This,
yeah,
this, this saying goes with any giveaway on any channel, whether or not they're going to do it. Those are just the results. Don't get mad at it. If you feel you unjustly didn't get that one, it is what it is. It's just a wholesome giveaway given away by somebody who doesn't have to do it to begin with. Don't make them difficult, or it makes people not want to do them.
yeah. No, because I've seen people actually get really pissed off. It's like, I'm seeing the same thing now, or yours doesn't. That not everything shows the same. Well, mine shows this. Well, it's
That doesn't
you're
matter.
not the one doing the giveaway. Sorry.
Relax and enjoy it.
Yeah.
I watched. I was over on one of our Gold Guys channels, and he was running a giveaway, and we learned this is the wrong way to do it. But his rules were it had to be a public subscriber of the channel. We had two channels do this, and they both turned out bad for him, but they were within a week of each other. And the way they were checking a public subscriber was at that time you could still go to someone's channel and look at their subscriptions to see who they're subscribed to.
Mm-hmm.
And they were verifying a public subscriber like that. Oh, people got mad. The first time they got mad, I'm like, yeah, shut up. You just weren't subscribed. The second time, a channel that I 100% know for a fact was subscribed to the guy didn't come up. And he says, I'm sorry, it's not public. You just got to take it. And he was in the chat and he's like, that's bullshit. The next name drawn for a winner was me. And I was helping on the channel. I was helping verify the public subscribers or whatever. So obviously I'm not going to verify myself as public subscribed. So he goes on my channel with one of the other people that were verifying him. And it didn't show up in my subscriptions either that I was subscribed to him. Hey, it didn't show up. Those are the rules.
Yeah.
We learned real quick not to do that. I'm sure Minix knows the two I'm talking about. Minix says, if ever you aren't happy with the giveaway, I'll give you a refund.
It's like I tell people, I even guarantee what I give you. If it breaks in half, you get to keep both halves.
AU Diver's got a whole pile of Morels. What's those are internet pictures? Neat looking little thing though. I've just never had
Oh,
them.
they are. Oh,
Nice, Daredevil.
thank you, Georgianne. Sure.
Give it a few
Rob's
minutes.
home.
Rob got home. Oh, as soon as I told Rob that we were going to do it over on Bill's stream or whatever, I texted him. I said, we're going to do it over on Bill's. And, Charlie's not going to be able to make it. He emails me the duck race master list. And he texts me. He says, I sent you the duck race master list. I texted him back. I said, yeah, I looked at it. It makes my brain hurt.
Man, he's ready to come up.
There you go.
Maybe. do.
Howdy, guys.
2021 7
High five, Mile.
proof set. Nice, Jordan.
Good
So
evening, everybody.
You enjoyed the
Oh.
show, Rob?
Freaking awesome. She had all new material, not one single Joker story we'd ever heard before. She was
Oh,
phenomenal.
good.
And man, what a beautiful venue.
Is Denise still right there where she can hear us?
No, she had to go check on 2 clients' cats when we got home. So she dropped me off. Literally went to the bathroom, got in the car, and she's back out checking 2 cats right now.
Damn.
She never rests, Bill. Do you know what she did all day today before we went to the show? Before I even got up today, she took my truck to Home Depot, rented a rototiller, and she's rototillered up the entire front yard.
Oh, jeez.
I
Hi,
thought you
Dan,
lived in,
PA Patriot.
I thought you lived in Florida where the grass is going to grow whether you like it or not.
She doesn't like this grass weed / she wants to put a new type of grass down, so she's got to
Okay.
rototiller it up and rake up all the roots, and then she's already ordered. It's grass that comes in rolls, so she's already ordered
Oh,
the
sod.
rolls.
Now
Evening, Rocky.
make sure when she lays that sod down, I'm sure she already knows this. The sod has like a
Green
has
side
a
up.
nap to it.
Green side up. That's what we used to yell to the guys that were putting sod down at the lawns. We were kids. We used to yell green side up.
It has a nap to it like a carpet,
Yes.
and it goes a particular direction. Make sure you put them right, otherwise it looks really stupid for a while.
And the only really bad thing about sod is if you get bare spots, you can't seed it like you can a regular lawn. It won't take.
Is there a show next Saturday or Sunday? Yeah. Is that the weekend of the hunt?
I think that's
Weekend of the
Easter.
hunt?
I think next Saturday's Easter.
Even
No.
Scott, howdy, Greg Finding America. Hi, Georgianne. PA. How we doing, PA?
Oh, Georgianne wants to do a giveaway on a proof set, Rob.
Ooh, all right, hold on. As a matter of fact, since I sent that list to Zaxxon, it might still be on my computer that I could just hit launch.
Yeah, PA, he's just got other stuff going on. Are you streaming on Easter, Rob, or is that your one day a year you go to church?
Well, if it was up to Denise's dad, I'm sure he'd like me going to church. But no, we'll be streaming. I didn't even think about that. But yeah, we'll be on because if Denise's dad really wants me to go to church, we'll go Saturday night. Catholics have mass. They call it the vigil on Saturday night, so I could always go to that. I think it's like a 7:30 p.m. mass, so I could always go to that and then still get home in time for Charlie's.
As long as the fire department doesn't hold you back too long, you'll be all right.
Yeah. Evening, Ken. I will tell you guys, I really enjoyed this venue. As a matter of fact, I like this venue in St. Pete. We were right down next to the waterfront, and even with all the traffic from the soccer stadium next door, because there's a Tampa Bay Rowdies game going on, the NSAL, the soccer league, which I didn't think anybody went to, but they had, I mean, it's a small stadium, but they had a full stadium. So we had to compete with that traffic. But as soon as we got out there, they have like a circle roundabout, and you pulled right up, and are you ready for this? They had valet parking for $5.
That's a good price.
No, I don't remember that one Easter. Wow, it's been that far back.
You're complaining about $5 valet parking?
No, it was great. I mean, I was expecting like $20, $25, and the guy came right over, took the car, gave us the ticket, put the other half of the ticket on the dash, and we started walking to the front, and on the front walk to this venue every 5 to 10 feet. They had like a cement bench that I could take a break on whenever I needed to. And then I sat on the bench, and Denise got to the line to go in the building. She got up to the front. They scanned her phone with the, with the UPC code tickets. She called me, walked right over with the guy. They had to scan me because of the metal of my cane. And then we got inside. They had some comfy sofas in the lobby to wait till we were getting ready right before the show. And then Denise found out where our seats were. And it was literally maybe like 30 steps and 2 steps. And it was such an easy venue. Everything was really well laid out for people that couldn't walk well. Beautiful venue. Looked like an opera house inside, and it was a great show. So
nice.
Very, very nice night out.
All right. So there's the good part. What happened?
There is no bad part of that story. It's a good story.
Yeah, but where do you get involved in this story?
As far as
I mean, did she keep a muzzle on you or keep you in your carrier until you got to your seat or something? You had to do something. We know there's a Menardo story in there somewhere.
no Menardo story tonight. It was a nice story. It was just a nice
You're
night.
muted, Bill.
It was just a nice night. Howdy, Colonel.
I read your lips. I know what you said. You're still muted.
You know what I said.
I know what you said. I saw those lips.
Hi,
JP
Red.
Lawrence, hello. Pinger, hello. I guess
Hi,
we're getting
Pinger. Hi, JP. Oh, we need
Somebody
to
want
do
to
a
read that
raid.
JP bar for us? JP is currently at 42.
I was like number 49 when I came in.
58 watching right now.
Hold on. There's people over on Charlie's looking for us.
Yeah, you know what I did? That's my fault. I set it up on StreamYard, and then when Bill sent me a text saying it was gone, I deleted it off on Charlie's stream. I deleted it on Charlie's, but I don't have access to his channel, so it pulled up on his channel. That's my fault. That's my Menardo move of the night.
We knew there was something. Said Bill was right in his silent lip syncing. He knew it. Hello, Rose Nose.
Yeah, but it had nothing to do with the trip tonight.
Yes,
We just had a really nice time.
that's good.
Oh, we got a new name here, Chef V.
Chef V, he's not new. He's over from JP's Boat Community.
All right, well, let's get Chef V in there.
If anybody was still wondering, they're still having a large gold event. I believe like 28 days from now, 25 days from now, something like that. The 15th of next month.
Is Rose in here tonight?
She just stopped by. I don't know if they're still watching, but she just stopped by.
I got to find out who won the $50 that I put up for the fundraiser they had.
I got it up over there. I'll ask them.
Yeah, just let me know who won, where I send it to. Evening, JP. And there's Maple Leaf Numismatics. Good evening, Maple Leaf.
Hi, Maple Leaf.
Got him in the race. Just double checking, Bill, to make sure we got everybody in there.
Yep.
And there's Miss Rose Nose Treasure.
There.
Rocky Fry says they're going detecting for the first time of the year tomorrow.
Good luck, guys.
Finding America just said they picked up a bucket list they're getting released in their new video. And don't forget, everybody, Bill has really affordable memberships down on the bottom of his chain of his page with some really good prices.
99 cents.
99 cents.
For just 99 cents, you can help a starving YouTuber.
Because Georgianne's going to do her 2017.
2021 7-piece proof set.
Yeah, thank you. And then I will be giving away, it's the last one I got. I don't know when I'll be getting any more, a Vivitar Action Cam.
Very nice. I'll throw it. Rose wants to know if it was from the Wounded Warrior Project, Rob.
Yes, I believe it was.
Thank you,
yes.
Ken. Thank you very much. Just got 5 minutes.
I don't know if they were, Charlie, I think Charlie offered a digger or CoinScope or something, and I offered a Benji or a Walker. I don't know if they remembered to run that. If they did, happy to give away. If they forgot, then I'll wait till they do another fundraiser or something.
All right. Headed to the creek. Hello. Chop Shop just joined. Thank you very much, Chop.
Chop Shop's always in the race anyway, so he's in here.
Oh, he just picked up a membership for him.
Thank you, Chop Shop. Bill Brasky's here.
Let's see. Get this filled in. That's moderator.
Mandy, yeah, that's something I don't understand about YouTube. They charge more. Well, you can choose what level of membership you want to gift, but it seems like they charge more to gift a membership than it is to actually buy one on your own. Yes, Bill Brasky, normal channel.
I think if you have multiple levels, I think unless you change it, they want to gift it at the higher level.
Yes, that's exactly what they do.
But you
That's
can't change.
that's what I thought, Bill.
The only way around that is if you got it, say, if you have a $1 level and a 5, then you can do 5 and it'll pop up that you can do 5 $1 ones. Sometimes, not all the time, and not everybody's the same, and I don't know why. But
That's why I just decided to stick with one level at 99 cents for mine, and even though I technically don't work a full-time job besides doing all the stuff on YouTube, I think it would just be hard doing 2 levels of different extra perks or bonus stuff for the second level. I mean, I know channels that have 5 levels, $1, $3, $5, $10, $25. I don't know what level of service you'd be giving somebody for $25. I just don't.
Yeah, Mandy, I just looked. I can only gift a $3.99 membership if I wanted to, too. Lucinda, we've been on since 6:45. I tried to pin the link as many times as I could in Charlie's chat, but the chat kept moving. Sorry. My community posted it, and I tried to pin the link in there, but it got buried.
yeah, it's strange how YouTube does that. Not everybody's channel, not every membership thing works the same on everybody's channel. That's like they'll send promotions to some people, but not to others. It's just.
Well, here's a good one for you guys. Thursday, my YouTube stopped letting me watch lives from my main channel on my PC. I could watch them on my phone under my Imzackson with all my subscribers, my 3,000 whatever subscribers. I could watch them on my phone, but on my PC through Mozilla and Edge, I could not stream alive and watch the people live. If I switched to my other channel, my primary, which is Zackson, same logo, it's Zackson, and it comments as Imzackson, but it has no subscribers. If I switched to my other one, it would let me watch a live. So I was only banned from lives only on my PC for 18 hours. I don't understand that.
Well, I got a nuance happening to me. I'll take my phone and I go to my YouTube channel.
Nice, man.
And go through a video and edit a short out of it. Well, now on my phone and on my computer, I can only go, if I no matter what I pick, newest or oldest, I can only go back a dozen videos in the list. It won't let me go back further through the list anymore. Anybody else have that problem?
No, I'd never heard of that before.
It just started to me about 3 days ago. And what the hell? I can only go back so many, and I try to go back to the list and it won't let me.
Are you going to have to download the whole video and then take segments out of the video on your own?
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to do another step now. Alrighty, guys, so let's go to Tuesday night here. What is today? The 12th? Okay, Saturday night.
I gotta get some coffee.
All right, so I know George Ann's offering, like she say, a proof set.
Yes.
All right. So we'll wait for Bill to come back because I don't know if we're doing a DAL race with that. Eden and Pinger says charts. JP. Yeah, Ken, isn't that the big scare there, Ken? Isn't that the big worry?
Just a minute, buddy.
Thank you,
I know
Tom.
you're-
I would like to thank Monterey Magnet Man for this. It took me a while to get
Thank
it
you,
figured
Tom.
out and get it out of the box, but I've had this for. He sent this to me actually back in 2024. Chef B, welcome.
You're right there, Rob.
No worries.
Rob,
Howdy, Don.
Rob,
Howdy, Wrenches.
Rob, they're going to resend you the winner of the prize on the coin.
Oh, did they already send it to me once and I missed it?
Yeah.
Who's that coming from, Rose?
That was Carson on the phone with me, so Carson will probably re-email.
Fantastic.
Re-email you.
Thank you very much.
He'll come up as Carson Prospecting or E. Larson in your emails.
I forget what Wolfman did. Hey. Wow, you did that fast, E. Oh, Zaxxon has a question for you. She's home.
No, we just wanted to thank her for taking you out on a lovely walk, bringing you back safely.
They want to know what Menardo thing I did tonight. And I told them I didn't do any Menardo thing. We had a really nice night.
We figured out what Menardo thing he did too. He set up the stream on Charlie's channel, even though we weren't having it over there.
Yeah,
So we got a bunch of people
there's a
sitting
stream
in
running on Charlie's right now with nobody there. And because I said on StreamYard and I canceled on StreamYard, what you said on StreamYard automatically does it on his channel. But I don't have
Nice.
access to Charlie's channel, so there's a stream going on Charlie's channel right now with nobody on it. So that was my Menardo thing.
There's
All
people
right.
in chat.
And Rob,
Yes, sir.
I'm hanging around you too much, I guess, because
It's not a good thing, Bill.
well, we gave away this earlier along with some stickers, a Scout slide, right?
Oh, nice.
Well, I got a whole bag of Scout slides along with Olympic pins. I got one really nice slide that's like a cast.
And you're going to tell me you don't know where they're at.
You don't know where they're at. The bag was right here where I could reach over and pull that one out the other day, put it with the stickers. The bag is gone.
Bill, my stuff sits here for months until the turn around and look for it, and then it's not there anymore.
Oh.
And I can't be the only person in the world that happens to.
It never happened to me that much.
Rob,
Tell me.
you want to know the main difference between you and everyone else? We don't tell everybody about the stuff we do.
Yeah.
That's true. Hey,
You know, when
I've said this repeatedly, whether you're laughing with me or laughing at me, God put me on this earth to entertain other people. So there we go.
I've turned a few things into thermal events, and I commonly don't tell people about them.
I like that. Thermal events. I like that. Oh, and I do want you to know that I was really impressed while we were driving home in the car, and we have a cornucopia of events happening here. I was like, wow, cornucopia. That's even more than a plethora of things.
Could be, Gregory. One of the cats could have got it.
That is a big word. All righty, so we're running this for
Georgian.
For a proof set Georgian. And did somebody else offer something?
I'm going to be doing a race after that for the action camera.
All right, and I'll throw in a $2 bill for DAL.
Oh, thank you, Rob. They're in Rob's desk, Bill.
Actually, the $2 bills, I just picked them up from the bank. They are right here. I got them right here.
Well, actually, who did say that? Let's see. Because one time Rob called me. This was quite a while back. He had lost a coin, and he just sent me one, and he asked me to look. Did I send you this coin? No. Didn't send me that one. Mm-hmm.
Yes, Bill Brasky, the channel. The stream is on my channel tomorrow, and we are going to have a fun time. We're going to be having a lot of fun tomorrow. We're going to be doing a lot of duck races, and just having a fun time tomorrow. And so that's all I'm going to say. We're going to have a fun time tomorrow.
Thank you, Ken. Woohoo. Nice. Thank you very much. That's the goal. Sweet.
Lucinda, who you asking? Who you asking that one to?
Yeah.
How far back in chat are you?
6 minutes.
Oh, that's a week ago.
Look at that. Tom Kingery, 11 months. Wow. Thank you,
Thank you,
Mandy.
Tom.
Thank you, Tom.
Greg, Yankee Down South. How you doing? Oh,
I
head to
guess
the
I am
creek.
Evening, Bart Cummins. There you go, Captain Vic. A veritable smorgasbord. Another good phrase. Boom. Thank you, Ken. The situation has become untenable. Another episode of Menardo and Charlito. I like Charlito. Abundance, profusion, plethora of sufficiency. There's one. Amplitude and fertility.
Well, you know, at least I'd like to think that
Right,
we
Deb
don't
Melvin.
cross the line into reprehensible. We're good.
Another good word. Alrighty, let's pull this
Deb.
race up, Bill.
Just a
I've
minute.
shuffled 3
I'm
times.
making-
We will shuffle one more.
Whoops.
My
I screwed
freaking
up.
mouse cooperates.
Marty.
You're
Dina, she
welcome.
needs to go out again. Okay. You have to go out. Excuse me 1 second.
Oh, that's it, Ken. We were talking about on my Monday, Wednesday, and Friday shows some of the chats that
Yeah, it feels
in those communities you can go into chats and they just completely ignore chat.
do whatever
Like,
she's doing.
Not even there and don't want to answer questions. It's not the channels we go to, but other people's channels. It is bad.
I even wore my Rocky Horror Picture Show T-shirt out tonight. I got dressed up.
Okay. Here's one for you guys. According to who is it? Merriam-Webster Dictionary, the word for today is gustatory, relating to eating or the sense of taste.
Okay, got me on that
Gustatory.
one. Never heard of that one. Alrighty, guys. We got the races up. This is for Georgianne's proof set. And thank you very much, Miss Georgianne. Very, very kind of you. 3, 2, 1.
Hi, Happy Bears.
Evening, Happy Bears.
Good luck, everybody.
Good dino, everyone. At least I guess that's what they are.
Yes, they're various baby dinosaurs. And it looks like the music, I've got it down low, but it looks like that's not even anything that's going to get us in trouble, so we're okay there. I'll just go ahead and leave this up for tomorrow's race, since it's got our 200. Zach, still one of the greatest ideas you've come up with, having this master list.
Well, you know, for as good as this one may seem, believe it or not, I have had a bad idea once or twice.
Just once or twice.
Several of them have ended in thermal events.
That was probably I hadn't had a thermal event. I mean, well, that wasn't as stupid as sticking my hand into a running air conditioner fan, but
Lucinda, Charlie's okay. He just couldn't be here tonight. He had things to do.
So I got a story for you, Rob. I'll tell you about
And
this.
do
one.
outdoors. Hello.
I didn't cause it. I was just a part of it. Oh, it can do.
Okay.
I'll wait till the race is over.
all right. Do we have a 19 second fade on this one? Yes, we do. Mainly dirt fishing. Everybody's flying backwards. Miss Mermaid's up there with Gary's and Incognito. Here comes Gentleman Prospector. Is it going to be Gentleman
Oh, he's not
Prospector?
here.
Oh no, it was too soon.
There's an Indian.
Look at the dirt with two
James might be here.
James. Stegosaurus or whatever he is.
Digging up dirt with James. Are you here? Digging up the dirt with James Eller, Silver Paws 22, Hobo Rob, Ficus and Toast, or Tom Kingery. We know Tom's here.
Do you have my?
If you're above Tom in that list, comment.
Yeah, you toss it to me.
We know you're here, Tom. James Eller is here.
Yes, he is.
Oh, James Eller's here?
Yes,
Yep.
sir.
We don't even have to start the timer. Outstanding. Congratulations.
What was that prize for? What prize was that, Rob?
That was for Georgianne's proof set.
Georgianne, throw your email in there for James Eller to email you for that proof set, which she did. Thank you very much.
Yep. Thank you,
All right.
Georgianne.
Go ahead with your story,
Congrats,
Zach,
James.
because I just realized I've got one for after you, but go ahead with your story.
Oh, we love Rob's
Hey,
stories.
what about DAL?
Who did the DL?
I thought you did a DAL.
No, I said I'd do it with your camera.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
It's all right.
All right, when I was a young man, the first shop I cut my teeth in, we did a lot of U-Haul work. We towed and repaired U-Hauls. I was like 23, and it was my first professional job, or my first job in a professional shop. Well, we had one of our more experienced hands do a water pump on a 7.3 Ford diesel. On the water pumps on those, there's two bolts that you can't mix up. Otherwise, it locks up the timing gears and ruins the engine timing. He mixed up the bolts on the water pump. All right. So the first time he tried to start it, it tried to start, but it spun all the timing out of alignment. So I'm over there with him trying to help him get this truck started. You know, we're using a little bit of brake clean, a little bit of ether. We're just trying to get this truck going. The owner goes walking by, understands we're having a trouble with this truck, and you know he's the owner. He knows all. So he makes us go with gassy rags on the diesel. You know, a whole lot of gas on the rag. Not starting. He keeps going, more gas, and it's getting to the point that we're dripping gas, holding this rag over the intake until the inevitable happens and it backfires and we set this freaking U-Haul on fire. It happens. So we all go running for fire extinguishing devices. At that particular time, you know, we knew where all the fire extinguishers are. We all run for 3 different extinguishers. Out of the 3 extinguishers each of us grabbed, the owner made it back first. I was the youngest guy, so I went for the farthest. You know, there's the owner. He's a little bit older. The guy who screwed the truck up, he's a little bit younger. I was the youngest guy. I went for the farthest extinguisher. We all make it back to the truck. As I'm running up with my extinguisher, the owner grabs his and hits the button. Poof. And it's just done. There's nothing in it. Same thing happens to the other guy. My extinguisher goes off, doesn't put the truck out. We wind up putting it out with buckets of water or whatever. But we set the truck on fire. The 3 of us set the truck on fire, and we were the only 3 people in the shop. Everyone else was gone to lunch. The office girls were gone. The other mechanics were gone. We were the only 3 people there. If we didn't put this truck out, this truck was going to burn to the ground. So we got the truck out. Anyway, fast forward 20 years to a couple of weeks ago. We're over there working on this tow truck that we were having trouble getting running. And he says, well, did you try ether? Well, it's not about ether. We're not getting communication with the PCM. And he says, well, I'm going to go get some ether. And I said, you realize me and you have a bad history with adding fuel to diesels that won't start. He says, yeah, I know. I'm going to get some ether.
Good story. Yeah, she's right there.
We didn't catch that one on fire.
Come here, girl. Come here, Sadie. Sadie, girl. So I'll tell you my Menardo story real quick. So, you know, I had my club meeting 2 weeks ago where they asked me to be guest speaker, right? So I take my laptop, which is sitting right there on the side table. It's just a regular Dell laptop sitting there. So one of the things I took a lot of things down from my presentation, but one of the things I took down from my presentation was the horse blanket bill, the big $1 bill that I just made the short on. I took that down to show that off and talk about it as part of that estate sale that I bought. And since I was talking about numismatics and coin and bill collecting, I took a lot of the bills down that I've found currency searching that are good finds, including I took down this sheet with a whole bunch of singles and a $2 bill, and on this side is a $100 bill. And you have to look at this bill. So I realized I was always when I refound this, I was like, well, why did I keep this? Well, if you look at it, it is a perfect 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's a perfect ladder note. This $100 bill goes for somewhere between 130 and 150 on eBay. So I took this to the club and I had it on the table where I had all my coins and everything set up to show people about the different star notes and serial numbers. And this one's a binary with only two numbers, ones and fours. So we get done that night, and Denise K, who I detect with, her and Troy were at the meeting, and they said, "Hey, can we help you carry anything out? You know, because you only got one hand." And I go, "Yeah." I said, "Could you carry the laptop out?" So I took this sheet and the bill, and I opened up my laptop, put it inside my laptop, and I looked down and I could see the plastic sticking out of the laptop. So they carry this stuff out to my truck. She throws it in the back of my the back seat of my truck. We drive home. I drop her off at her house. I get home that night. I carry my laptop in. Don't pay any attention to it. Go to bed. And I get up the next day, and I look over at my laptop, and there's no plastic sticking out of the laptop. And I'm like, "Oh, holy Christ! Did I forget to tell her to make sure she carried it to where the laptop wasn't with the gap facing the bottom?" And I was like, "Oh no, the bill fell out." And I'm like, I can't blame her. I handed her the laptop, so I can't blame her for losing my $108. So I called the restaurant. I said, "Hey, I was there as a speaker last night for the Metal Detecting Club meeting. Did by chance somebody told in a clear 3-ring binder that had a bunch of bills on it?" And they go, "Okay, I'll go check with the manager. We'll go check the safe." So I called back about a half hour later. Said, "Hey, anybody get a chance to check the safe?" "Yeah, we manager opened the safe. There's no lost money or thing." So I was like, "Well, I'm not going to call Denise and blame her. It's not her fault. She didn't know I put that bill in there and she was supposed to carry it a certain way." I'm like, I'm just going to have to freaking eat $108. And I was really pissed at myself. And I was calling the restaurant. We were in the car to go to trivia. And my buddy Steve was just in the backseat rolling his ass off. He just thought that was the funniest thing in the world, that I was such an idiot that I just lost this $108. So we went to change mouse on the computer because the other one wasn't working. And I wanted to see if the other mouse would work with the other computer. So I lifted up the top of the laptop to open it up, and there it is, just sitting there on the inside of the laptop. It slid down inside the laptop to where you couldn't see the plastic at all from the frame of the laptop. And it never fell out. When you close it, it was securely in there. So I've been thinking it's been gone for 2 weeks now, but I never did open up the laptop to see if it was in there. So just another Menardo moment.
There's a silver lining to that, Rob.
Yes, I have all my money.
No, who cares about the money? You didn't call Denise and tell her she lost her $108 to only to have her walk home, open the computer, and say that $108.
Yeah, and yeah, that's exactly right. I mean, I couldn't blame her. It wasn't her fault. So
It wasn't.
So I was just gonna have to eat it. It really upset me because it's a nice collectible bill, and so yes, I was very happy. And then I made sure I did the short of the note before I lost it again.
I told you guys I reached over here to show global international stamps one day, and I thought I had been noticing something, but they were evaporating. They were going away. Then I saw my wife was sending a letter out to someone, and I look at the corner, and she's got one of my international stamps on there. What the hell are you doing? Because this is going in. Put a stamp on it. Does that look like a normal stamp?
She was using your international stamp as a regular stamp?
Quite a few of them. I'm like, does that look like a normal stamp? No. Have you ever seen a round stamp? No.
Oh, the global stamps, the round one with they say global international. Yeah.
I pointed that out. She don't know no difference, and it's like, it's not worth the argument.
That scout slide might be a Menardo's laptop, Bill. Yeah, Greg, I wish I could find my missing one-of-a-kind relic that I'm still haven't found yet. But I'm going to be tackling the garage soon, and I'm hoping it's out there. Of course, we never did find the real.
Rob, Are you going to let anybody know in advance you're going out in the garage and have them, if you're not heard from within 48 hours?
Yes, if I'll make sure Denise knows I'm in the garage so she can send a search party.
You don't
That's
even
right.
need-
The neighbors across the street, Denise's neighbors across the street, the one that saved the bird with Denise, the little baby bird I did the short on. They rescued 3 baby possums. I guess the mother dropped them, and if they drop them, they won't come back. So they have a half pit bull dog, and she's a good dog. Bodie's a good dog, but he'll eat little things like that. He'll play with them until he kills them. So they got a box and they cut a couple holes in it for air, and they were going to nurse these little possums back until the wildlife people could get there. And so they put them in a cardboard box. They come out the next day to the garage, and there's a hole chewed through the cardboard box. So somewhere in their crowded garage across the street, there's 3 baby possums running around.
Barney Taylor, hello.
She found 2.
Yeah, and she thinks the other one's wounded.
Oh yeah, Barney,
You
been a
know,
long
I don't
time.
think those
Well, those
possums will ever
guys
leave once they make that home, will they?
They rescued-
Evening, Barney Taylor. I'm sorry, what's that?
I don't think a possum will leave once that makes it its home, will it?
Denise said they found 2 of them so far.
That's hard to get rid of them.
All right, let me get Barney Taylor in here because we haven't seen Barney in a little while. So
Yeah.
okay, edit. Wow, that pain pill's kicking in.
All right.
On our next episode of Hoarders, Menardo's Garage.
Yeah, not the house, just the garage.
In fairness, folks, 2 other people. There's a small handful of us who've actually seen Rob's one of a kind, only one like it in
Oh,
the world
man.
relic, and it did exist at one point in time.
Rob, read that one.
Jeez, yeah, that's a holy grail find. That's a one of a wow.
Yeah.
That's like striking a dime on a penny planchet or a penny on a dime planchet. When you get
Yeah.
something that unique, wow, a 77 with 40% silver. Wow. I had a Bill. I had a 65 half here that was clad, but I swear to God, I swore it was freaking silver. And I was like, I'm taking this to a coin shop. I'm taking one that's got that little machine that you set it on, and it tells you if it's silver or not. I was absolutely positive 100% it was silver, and I can't find it. What I think I did was I think I shipped it out to somebody that was a prize. And so for you out there that got that 65 quarter that's now silver, and you're a multimillionaire, I would like some credit for that. Okay.
Just make a thank you video.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all I need. Just some YouTube credit there. All right, Bill. So you got the Vivitar camera.
Yep. Vivitar action camera. That is
And
it.
Rob's going with a $2 bill
Thank you, Rob.
that we just got from the bank.
And by the way, everybody's typing in possums. It's opossum. There's an O in front of it.
It is actually opossum, but they pronounce it possum, but it is actually spelled with an O.
Well, it's actually pronounced opossum because
Is it really?
possums are not native to America. They're from Europe. And there's a big difference. They're not even related. You see a picture of one and the other, and they're not the same animal.
Wow, Dennis, I haven't even gotten a 2005 penny yet. I have not seen. I
errors?
just ordered 2
Wow.
boxes of pennies, and I haven't got a 2005 penny yet. Ooh, that's good. Possums eat lots of ticks. That's very good.
Yeah. And cat food. They love cat food. And they didn't find with the cats. They don't bother each other. So.
Never seen a possum.
Barney, don't say only 4 wheats. 4 wheats and something that's sterling. I'll take that any day of the week,
Yeah,
sir.
really.
Any day of the week.
It's been a year since I found a wheat penny.
Yeah.
I'd be happy to find one.
I haven't found. Well, actually, I did not find one that day with Kimberly, so I don't have one this year yet. So
Oh,
Mark
Mark
C,
C.
hello.
Be right back.
We are at 70 people, Rob. Sweet.
Nice, Joe. Wow, Mystic says he's already got 25 pennies in a parking lot, and I can't even find a box, any in a box. Howdy, Mark C.
Nice, Yodi. He got a 56 week today. Sheldon, hello. SC is here.
Evening, Sheldon. Tom, if I sent you a 65 quarter, it's because I thought it was silver. Did I really send it to you, Tom? Or are you just effing with me? Oh my gosh, Roger's got 8 inches of snow here last night. Man, we're sitting here with the windows open, short pants. Wow, Roger, that's really hard to. Do you still have it, Tom? At least I'm not losing my mind.
Well, it's like years
Yeah,
ago,
yeah.
I found a Kennedy half and it just looked wrong. It was like a 74 and it didn't look like silver and it didn't look like clad. So I took it to a local shop. Well, it's a machine. It wasn't a coin shop, though. It was a gold shop. But he threw it in the machine. He goes, it's pewter. I went, what? Where the hell did a Kennedy half come up? Pewter. What's so big deal? How you doing? This was before I knew stuff like that could be money if it was an actual mistake by the mint, which I don't think that was. But I just got rid of it because it wasn't worth 50 cents at the time. Been a long time since we've seen Dale.
Dennis, I'm not really good with these errors. Is it the little crack in the O, or is it that little crack in the E pluribus unum shield? I'm so bad at looking for those
Nice,
things.
Gary.
Wow, Gary, that's a long day. If you hunted 2 beaches and just got coins and 2 Hot Wheels. I thought you said 2 coins. I'm like, man, you hunt 2 beaches and only get 2 coins on the beach. That's a long day. Evening, Mr. Dale. Welcome,
Hey, Rob.
sir.
74 people in house. That's not bad for
It's
me
freaking
for tonight.
phenomenal, Bill.
And I just smirked. Oh, I got to smirk Mark C too. Oh, well, he's not. Oh. Add as moderator.
Evening, my muddy mess. Crack in the O plus a die clash on the shield. Okay, yeah, that's what I saw, Dennis. Thank you for clarifying that because I'm not real good on that. Oh yeah, and that 64 definitely has the double face mount there. Nice, Dennis. See, I don't look at those. I need to start looking at those things closer. Thank you, Bart. Gregory says 80
Hi,
likes.
Barney.
Boom.
Thank you for stopping by. God bless you, Barney.
Thanks, Marty. All right.
Oh, you're welcome. Welcome, Mark C.
All right, Mouse, you're starting to piss me off. You're really starting to piss me off. Okay.
Maybe that's why Scott gets McClorid all the time. He's too busy playing with his putter.
Yeah, but putters are fun to play with.
Well, Scott was saying that, or 5 Mile Rob was saying that about Scott. For playing with your putter.
All right, we're good to go here, Bill.
Okay. This is for a Vivitar action camera.
And a $2 bill for DAL,
No.
Dead Ass Last. Shuffle
Thank
once,
you, Rob.
shuffle twice, shuffle 3 times, and 3, 2, 1. Let's go.
Everybody seems to be real proud of the way you say pewter, Mike or Rob.
Pewter?
Yeah.
I mean, I have an accent, but
Yeah.
I don't think it comes out on the word pewter. It's more of an R on the warsh, on warsh and crayon and color drawers.
You got
Like I
one
said, when I was-
computer,
Oh, computer.
it comes out as pewter.
Oh, okay.
They're having a good time with that.
You're staying in here, buddy. Sorry.
Yeah, it was a nice night tonight, Zach. It really was. I'm
How you doing, Jeff?
really glad
No, just staying here, buddy.
Denise got me out of the house, and
I haven't been able to get into stand up like I used to be able to.
she was really, really funny tonight. She told some great stories. Grandma, I'm going to show a picture Grandma Kelly sent me after the race, guys. She's got her own stray she's taking care of. Alrighty, guys, here we go. 10 seconds. Vernon coming out swinging up there, so it's Happy Bears. But here comes, oh man, is it going to be Mr. Scott McClory?
I'd like that one, Dirt.
Boom, boom, it's Amanda. She has really.
Amanda, are you still here?
We're looking for Amanda Just Chillin', Yankee Down South, or Scott McClurry.
Howdy, Mr. Jeff Brewer.
Hi, Jocko.
Howdy, Jocko. All right, let's get the timer going.
Amanda Just Chillin', Yankee Down South, Scott McClurry, Gregory Gibson, Flash in the Pan. or
Yankee Down South is here. He just commented, I'm here.
All right, so we
Oh,
know
did he?
Greg's here.
All right, we're looking for Amanda Just Chillin' then.
She was here earlier tonight, I believe.
All right,
Nice.
while we're waiting for Mr. Amanda, let's scroll down and see Mrs. Can Do.
She might be here.
She was here earlier.
Mrs. Can Do, if you're lurking on 2 channels, pop in and say hi.
And while we're waiting, Phil Leo has some flash trivia for you. Pewter is a metal containing, or is an alloy containing 92 to 98% of what material? Amanda Just Chillin' is here.
Boom.
Congratulations, Amanda.
Mrs. Candu, are you here?
Congrats, Miss Amanda. All right, well, Miss Amanda
Send
responded.
me your address, Amanda, and I'll send you a Vivitar action camera.
Really? Lead? I would have never guessed that.
Yeah, I knew it was lead, but I couldn't remember what the other part
I was
was.
going to actually say aluminum. And Mrs. Can Do's here too. Yes, I'm here. Boom. We got 2 winners that are here. I've already got Mrs.
That might be the
Can
first time that's ever happened. Just close the stream and we'll call it a day.
Yeah,
Kidding.
really. No kidding. Let's go out on a high note here. That was excellent.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, I didn't know that. I would have said aluminum. I would not have guessed lead for pewter. But that makes sense.
No, pewter is older than aluminum.
Yeah, pewter's
You get
heavy,
pewter
so
products that are hundreds of years old.
definitely wouldn't be aluminum.
Mr. Dale, thank you, folks. Thank you, sir, for coming in, Dale. It's great seeing you here, and I appreciate you coming by, buddy.
Later, Whistle Pig.
Yeah, it's great to see you, Dale. Hi, Frank. How you doing?
Mr. Can Do steps in. He says, rigged.
That's just because her pile. That's just because her pile of goodies is getting bigger than his pile.
Yeah, she gets more shipped to her than he does.
Well, I'll tell you, Bill. I really enjoyed last week's Sunday stream. I personally was
Hold on. Phil Leo on his question 10 is the correct answer. Captain Vic got it first.
nice.
92 pewter is 92 to 98% tin. That sounds better to me. I didn't think it was lead.
There we go. See, you learn things on the weekend streams.
Isn't tin an alloy itself too?
That I do not know. Where's one of our metallurgists tonight? Wow, he says tin is 92 to 98% of pewter. Wow. Oh, Bill, did you see the jump that gold took this week?
Yeah.
Last I looked, it was at $30.60. Now it's over $3,200 an ounce, folks. Boom. And silver went from 34 during that whole crazy stock market thing.
Okay.
Silver dropped from 34 down to 29, but it is back up to 32.
Okay, that zinc is new pewter. I thought that was not quite right. In the old days, it was tin and lead, mostly lead for pewter. So,
in the old days. Okay, that makes sense.
they've just changed it within the last 15 years, I think, to the more modern pewter. Because all I remember is that Kennedy half cent, it was extremely heavy, and tin is not a heavy metal. Does anyone want to buy some gold, says Jeff.
Yeah, silver's at 32.50, and let's see what gold is closed at Friday. 32.51. Wow.
Wow.
Last I checked it like a week ago, it was at 30.60. So it has jumped up literally $200 in a week. That's a big bounce for gold in a week.
Yeah.
Oh, what I was saying was, before Phil's great answer there. Oh, nice, all things country. My gold vial went cray-cray. I guess so. But I thought Sunday stream was one of the best streams ever. It is now the second most watched stream behind our Christmas streams, which says something, guys. Over 500 views already on that stream with DK talking about.
Yeah, you're right, Joe.
And I also want to say that while the stream was happening, there were 3 haters that apparently were not happy we were not running duck races because we got 3 thumbs down. Personally, I couldn't give a shit because you folks don't need to come back.
It was a great stream.
I loved it. And, I mean, DK is a quality guest. The guy is just a fountain of information, a wealth of information. And if I can get anytime I can get a knowledgeable, well-spoken guest on like that anytime, I'll do that anytime. I was hoping he'd stay a half hour, an hour. And for him to stay for 2 hours was beyond my, Sunday's his day off with his wife and his day to relax from work. And
all things country.
So very, very, very happy that. Angie Rick said we should have a special guest on our live Tuesday. Awesome. Oh, Brewer says, hang on. Brewer's got. Oh, no, it's Roger telling Brewer, be sure to check out the sluices I'm giving away at my 600 sub giveaway. Boom. Well, guys, I crossed over 4,900 yesterday. So I'm hoping to be over 1,000 within the next 2 months, and we're going to have or be over 5,000, and we're going to have a biggie giveaway for the 5,000. Oh, and congratulations to Little Penny Coins and Miss Lucinda Mannery. They are the two winners of the 90% half dollars from the estate sale guests. Denise's neighbor, the coin shop told her $841. So that's what the total was we were looking for. And Little Penny Coins was closest on the members, and Lucinda was closest on the Monday Digs video. So thank everybody that played along. More and more of those kind of fun giveaways coming up.
Fun. I saw the video posted. I didn't bother guessing. I wouldn't have. It had just been a shot in the dark.
You know, it's funny because for Miss Mermaid was one of the first people to guess, and she just guessed a flat out 1,000, and then everybody kept coming in like really low, a couple $100, and some other people were like at 1,250, 1,300. A couple people were like at 2,000, 3,000, and so I'm like out of the first 15, 20 people, I'm like, man, she's $160 off, but yet she can wind up winning this thing. And then there was finally a person that came up with 925 and 975. So then there came in several people under her. And then finally we only had one guess in the 800s out of 45, 50 people that played. Only one person guessed in the 800s.
Yeah, the gold ones can be all over the place like that too. When it's guessing the weight on the gold, those can be
it's funny, Zach, because I watched a guy did a short the other day, and he had 4,000 in gold versus 500. Hang on, 4,000 in gold versus 500 in silver. And to be honest with you, the 4,000 in gold stack was smaller than what it took to accumulate 500 in silver, because the gold's so valuable. It was just a stack like that tall, where the silver rounds were like that tall, but the stack of gold was only like that big to get to $4,000. That's definitely something I wouldn't, as much as a Menardo as I am, I wouldn't have 4,000 gold in my house. That would have to be in a safety deposit box.
I can reach it. Well, Hobo Rob. Yeah, it's part of that on the gold too. Since I've been hanging around in the gold community, gold has nearly doubled. It's a couple $100 from doubling from what I started getting gold at when I first started hanging around to what I could get for it now. It's nearly doubled in value. I was hanging around with the gold guy since it was 1700 ish. There's some of the guys in the community that have been hanging around since it was 2s and 3s. I think AU Diver was selling an ounce for like 200 back in the 60s or something like that.
When I had my flea market video store, we had a dealer at the market that was a coin and coin dealer, and I bought 5. I was making good money back then. I bought 5 1/10 ounce, the little Lady Liberty gold 1/10 ounce coins, $42 a piece. And I've since sold 3 of them, but I have 2 of them left. And I wrote on the corner the little 2x2 flip, 42 or $43. And now that was 20 years ago. But yeah, gold was $420 an ounce 20 years ago, and now it's $3,200. People are saying it could go to 4,000 to 5,000 by the end of the year.
When AU Diver was playing with gold, he was selling it for $35 an ounce.
Wow. Good for you, James. I'm sleeping in tomorrow morning. Good for you. Hey, Bob Mazzulli. Welcome, buddy. Where the hell have you been?
Later, Scott McClory.
That's right, Brewers. You can hide 4,000 in gold in a very small location. Yes, you can.
Oh, ridiculously small. especially if you have it in bags of dirt and they don't know what it is.
Take care, Scott. Have a good night, sir. Wow, very cool, Hobo Rob. Why am I having so much trouble with this mouse?
A couple more minutes, we'll do one more giveaway from me, Rob.
Yeah, because I'm about ready to call it a night, guys. I'm working on very little sleep here.
Yeah, same here.
All right, you want to run one more then, and we'll call it a night?
Yeah, let's run one more.
Let's run one more.
As soon as Rob can get his mouse working. Sorry, Bill.
All right, we'll run this one for a. Shit, let me double check something real quick.
Imzackson seeing what's available.
5-ounce copper coin.
Wow.
Wow, nice.
Wow.
Put me in this one, Rob. I'd love
Yeah,
it.
Bill, I'm gonna have to make sure both of us are in this, Bill.
It's one I've never had as a 5-ouncer. I'd love to have one.
Rob's got one over there that looks like a freaking puck.
He got that from his club.
That was my when I made detectors of the year that year. That was one of the prizes they gave me. All right, hang on, Rob. You're going to the wrong button. Okay, let's make sure Menardo. Where's Papa Rouse and Menardo?
Yeah, Phil.
There's
You're in the
Menardo,
rocks.
and there is Papa Rouse. Hang on, let me get Bob here. I think Bob's not in because we haven't seen him in a while.
Back
Yep.
back in the turn of the century during the gold rush parts of it, they didn't really care about the finer gold like the prospectors are nowadays. They were only after the big gold. They needed 2 or 3 ounces a month to support themselves and make it worth it. So you're talking about guys that would, back in the turn of the century when the gold was easy, they were picking up what in today's equivalency would be 10,000 a month in gold. The
Yep.
prospecting was that easy back then.
I want to show you guys this. We were talking about the opossums, as Bill says. Grandma Kelly has. Oh, let me take that down a second, Bill. Grandma Kelly has a
Same time,
nice
Mandy.
little. Grandma Kelly has a nice little stray that's showing up on her front porch. I said he's a keeper. He just wants some cat food. Alrighty. I got Bob Mazzoli in. Let me double check. I know Brewers is in there. We keep Brewers in at all times. We got Maple Leaf in there. These batteries have to be going out on this mouse.
Copper, Danny, copper. I'm not giving away 5 ounces.
Hold on. Let's see if this makes any difference. Yes, it does. Yeah, it's the batteries. Okay. All right, are we ready? And shuffle twice. And shuffle 3 times. And Mr. Zaxxon, thank you
Hi,
for
Moon.
that phenomenal prize. Good evening, Moon. Perfect timing. Moon's already in. 3, 2, 1. Tom Kingery says ready.
Oh, this better not be Scott after he just went to bed.
Oh, that's true. That's true. He just left. Nice, Lucinda. Very nice.
Nice.
Yeah, Bill's right. Mine's over in that cabinet, right over there. Oh my gosh, I actually see my dinosaur on the screen.
That's a bad thing. Too early, Rob.
I have not seen Papa Rouse, though.
I don't want to see mine until it crosses the finish line.
Not going to make a comment on that, Bill, until after the race is over.
Looks like we're going to have dino nuggets for dinner, says Brewer.
There you go. Dino nuggets, I like it.
Actually, if I remember right, they had dino nuggets for a while when that TV show with the
They
little
still
dinos.
have dino nuggets. My house eats them like Tic Tacs.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
It's my kid's favorite chicken nuggets. And I go try and buy them the good ones, and they don't like them. Dino nuggets.
Guess you can't argue that, saving you some money there.
I wouldn't know, Bob. You'd have to find somebody that knows about the gambling tokens for MGM Grand to see if they're worth any money.
Well, there's a token website you can take it to. Alrighty, guys, we got 10 seconds. Mr. Randy's up there. Here comes, who's this red one coming up? Miss Mermaid. Here comes Zed. Here comes Ringo and Czar. Is it going to be Iron Antler? Boom! Iron Antler hangs on literally by a nose.
I don't know if he's going to be here. All right, we are looking for Iron Antler, Incognito, metal detecting something,
Mermaid.
Mermaid, Ringo and Czar, Eaton Beach.
Beard and Incognito were here earlier, and I think that's the only ones.
I ate him too, Mark. Iron Antler, Incognito, metal detecting mermaid, Ringo and Czar, Eaton Beach, or Carl Ellsworth.
Well, he hasn't been here. Natalie hasn't been here. And Ringo I haven't seen tonight.
Yeah, Natalie's usually here on Sunday mornings.
Mermaid hasn't been here tonight. Oh,
Is Dave here?
I'm not Dave, man.
Dave's not here, man. Now, Beard, James, and Incognito were here earlier.
Risha's probably stabbing him with her elbow, waking him up. Get on there! Come on!
So scroll down because
Bob says I'm here.
Bob's here, man.
yeah, scroll down. I want to see if I'm right under Ellsworth.
You got a timer? You got a timer going?
It's going. There's 10 seconds
Brian
left.
Silver Assassin. Haven't seen him. Haven't seen Zed or Swamp Dog. Mystic's here or was.
Mystic's here.
All
Mystic,
right.
are you still here?
Gary's probably left.
Mystic Librarian is here. Congrats.
Congrats. Nobody
Boom.
else was here.
Nice win, Mystic.
Yeah, very nice, especially as how far down the scale you were there. And Gary's here. Wait, was Gary above?
No.
No? Okay.
Yeah, Gary was right below Mystic.
Right below. Okay. I knew it was one way or the other.
There we
Email
go.
me, Mystic.
Congrats, Mystic.
I'll get those shipped out tomorrow morning.
All righty, guys. I'm going to call it a night.
Yeah, same here.
Folks, everybody, thanks for being here. We will see you tomorrow morning, 9 o'clock, guys.
Yep.
Thank you, everybody.
See you on the
It was
morning.
fun.
Thanks, Zach. Thanks, Bill.
Thank you,
Yep.
Bill.
Thank you, Rob. Thank you, Zach. Thank you, everyone. See you in the morning.